And how's everyone doing today? Hope you guys had a good weekend. Mine was pretty good. I'd say it was pretty good. But you're not here to hear me talk about how my weekend was. You're here to decide what we're gonna do next. Also, the KSS Unicorn definitely looks like it's screaming. It definitely looks like it's screaming in the front, from the front. I was sitting here waiting for stream to start, waiting to start stream and staring at it, and I realized, oh my god, that's a face. Oh, I can't unsee it knowing that now. But yeah, no, there's been you know what? There's something I forgot to do here. Let me just fix that. There we go. I did take it out for a spin, found a few things like a butt ton of platinum, for example. Let's see if we can. Yeah, I picked up some stuff. Found 3 or 4 spots where I could get iron. Stone's just a matter of oops, I misaimed. You know how that is. Let's see. Yeah, here's our mining ship. Of course, we've still got a chunk of stone in there that's got to be processed. Found plenty of platinum. There's even more there. Found cobalt, which is a godsend. I found 2 separate spots with cobalt. One of them literally meters away from a spot of iron. So we can. So that one, I'm going to be building a massive iron. I'm going to build a massive mining rig over it and just take the whole chunk of asteroid out. To mine it up, because not only is it like 57 kilometers away from here, my current mining ship is not suited for carrying that volume. So I would rather take my mining ship out there with a load of resources required for building drills, as well as probably solar panels and batteries, and set up for a mass mine with enough large cargoes to be able to hold everything. Start with 1, 2, just to be safe. We'll have it separate iron and cobalt into different spots, with a third going specifically for stone. That way we can set up segregated, sped up mining to get it all sorted out. But this thing is running slow. It's running slow. I haven't put any modules on it yet, so I'm just gonna find the modules wherever they are. As usual, I can't find anything in here. Yeah, I know I should just type it, but I am determined to find things in here, because I shouldn't have to type in every time for every last little piece. I should be able to identify things. I hate that I can't. Apparently I'm just such a brain dead potato, I need to just go ahead and All right, so yeah. First off, I'm using Control 3 for my spontaneous and building. The other two are my light and heavy shipbuilding, respectively. So we're going to do 2 speed, 2 yield, I think. Okay, if you guys hear a rumbling in the background, I apologize. It is thunderstorming where I am. If the stream goes down for any reason, blame the thunderstorm before you blame me. Because most likely it is the thunderstorm. Hopefully it won't go down, but it's always a possibility when you're talking about storms. So we are back to our glorious swing music today. Gotta love some electro swing. I know some of y'all are gonna be like, "Oh, that's weird. Why are you?" It's a mining transport. It shouldn't bother us. And we're at our base that has a pair of great. Oh, that's annoying what I just did. Okay, it disappeared. Okay, good. What is causing that? Hope it's not my light. Don't know what's causing that lens flare like that, but it's freaking annoying. Unless it's legitimately reflecting off of that planet. That would suck to be me if it is. Alright, so we're just waiting on a couple superconductors and motors, and we'll have that fully tricked out. I might put us a yield on the top of Why put it on top when we can put it on bottom? Alright, there we go. That's part one.
Energy low.
Woo! Hey, did not realize I was getting low. Also, how do you like the pumpkin orange on the ship there? I tried to match it to my stream logo, but that's always a little hard to do. Because I don't remember the color values I used for my stream logo. I can only put 3 of 4 because we put the survival kit back there. I should probably relocate that, but for now, I think just a speed on top and a yield on the bottom will accelerate our assembly enough. Besides, it's not like we're if I was going to fully automate, if I was going to do fully accelerate my my assembling and refining, I'd also be using cooperative mode and multiple assemblers, and that's really not necessary for a small outpost like this. In fact, that'd be overkill in the extreme. But as of right now, the only resource I have not found is uranium. Yes, I know I have some uranium. I also recognize that I only have that uranium thanks to a mod, so I am trying to minimize how often I use it. Until I find a source of uranium, I will not be using that for any of that uranium for a reactor. That's just me being stubborn on, on a fair play. Yes, I've got the mod that lets me get those resources from gravel instead of having to legit find them. Whoop-de-doo. That means that I actually have a problem with creating reactors, because reactor components require gravel, and every last drop of gravel that this thing produces goes into the invisible box that is legitimately here and not visible because of the freaking the mod hasn't been updated in a while. Yeah. I have 2 ingots of uranium. I don't have... I can power a reactor for a gasp. So yeah, this thing lot faster, a lot of more maneuverable and nimble than it was before. That is the whole reason it is. How do y'all like the final look on it, by the way? It does still need painted. Wherever you're seeing black or red, that is where the original paint scheme remains. I did everything else in a dark gray. Mostly because in the low lighting, I could not see well, so it's easier to just do it in a gray to make it easier to see. Yes, I know I could have just constructed a bunch of lights. Yeah, I know. I'm being obstinate and trying to minimize how many lights I put on the base. Ooh. But the question is, what comes next? Do we decimal system? Do we... I mean, if we throw on, if we hold this down so we can look at everything, that's where, sorry, it's only 18 kilometers away. That's where I found the new iron and cobalt. That thing barely makes the trip there and back with mining included, so... And honestly, if I'm going to make that trip, I want to go with like a quarter of a case of a thing of ice to make it easier to, in case I do have trouble. We have those. Let's see. I found a very small little spot of platinum down there, along with more ice. I think this one was actually a false flag. I couldn't find it when I went to it. This one is where we were scoping out possible base. That's our current base. That's the planet. There's a little bit of silver over there, and one of these mini asteroids has some gold. There's our silicon. The only mineral I haven't found is magnesium. That doesn't bother me as much as it probably should, considering it's only used for ammunition. It's not as much as a priority for me. Is the music okay? If anyone's here, Zamura, if you're here. Weirdly enough, Zamura's not here. He normally is by now. So I think my real question right now is, do we develop this outpost into a full-fledged base? Or do we find another location for our larger scale base that will include a shipyard? Like, this is centrally located to all the resources we found currently, but it has no resources other than stone in and of itself. Although it is a good-sized asteroid, so we'll be able to mine a good ways into it without peeking out more than necessary. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm pretty sure I've searched this asteroid over 2 or 3 times and still not found anything. But nothing saying that where we started our R&D platform, we can't just construct a large-scale deep mining rig and hollow out the asteroid to build a basin. In fact, truth be told, that idea is kind of appealing to me. It's been a while since I did a large scale mining operation. Yeah. This is the underside, not the top side. Like, just do like a we'll say 10 high by 20 wide mining array, plunge in to it, plunge in. We'll mount like 3 pistons deep so it gets a good distance on it. And use that, and then fill, block that up for the purpose of building a mining bay, and we can build a bulkhead door and everything to make it airtight, so I don't have to worry about running back to fill my O2 every 30 seconds. Heck, we could even at that point put a gravity generator in there so that I can walk instead of having to hope that the magnetic shoes work for me each time. And having moments like that happen. That'll cut down on my power usage. That actually, and we'd get a ton of resources that way. All that stone. That's iron, silicon, and nickel, all that are our 3 primary building blocks for building things. It would give us a massive stockpile of resources. What y'all think? Is that what we should do? Who am I talking? I'm hate to say I am legitimately talking to an empty room at the moment, I believe. Yeah, I am. I think that's what I want to do. So first off, rotor base, time to go away. That means I need to put a few things on my means I need to put the drill on here. Need to put the conveyor junction. Need to put large cargo container because I am going to want to store all this until it gets processed. Trying to think, is there anything else here I need? I mean, we're gonna need this for scaffolding to work from. Right, we need the pistons, which I wish they were under here. I don't think they are. Should be. Really should be. Alright. So first thing I need to do, I need to go down into here. And figure out how... Oh, not far at all. Okay, I should be fine to mine through. Sweet. And I have a decent amount of ice stored up at the moment. As far as generators goes. What's our hydrogen looking like in our hydrogen tank? It is completely full. Okay, sweet. So even if I run out of ice while we're running this, we have enough hydrogen backlogged that it should be able to solve itself. All right. So I think we're going to start off by putting down... This block needs to be that. I know it's not necessary for them to be built, and that actually probably screwed me up in the long run. But, that thing is trucking away, thankfully. There we go. All right. The reason I want to just go ahead and get these I need to see how far I need to go pick up some steel plate or have some manufactured. One of the two. That is not an exaggeration on how many of those tubes are going to end up being used. So, just go ahead and do that. Alright, so I was saying 3 pistons deep on the push. Alright, so I need to be further back if I want to go 3 pistons deep and still have room for drills. Why would you?
Low.
Oh, that is exactly what I wanted. Let me go recharge before. Yeah, that's exactly where we want it. Holy cow, I didn't expect to be that close with it. That's phenomenal. We were talking 10 high and 20 long wide, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Might have to do some pre-mining there to get in. And we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That actually looks like a reasonably sized bay for for ship construction, for large scale ship construction. And as long as I remember to give myself 3 or 4 blocks of clearance around the edges when I leave, I should be fine for taking ships out. I mean, for every one I take out, I'm gonna have to build a custom dock for, because I am not ballsy nor skilled enough to try to back something into a hole that is almost the exact same size as the ship if I'm building a large size, a decent sized large scale. Wait. Oh, I did. Oh no, my math adds up correctly. It's still a good spot. I just put my go point from a slightly different spot than I intended, so it's gonna legitimately be just 1 block up from what I did. Might have to do a little pre-mining. You know what? I'm gonna leave those there because we are gonna need a basis for, more than a 1 block lock on for all this for my comfort. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. In fact, since I'm probably going to spend most of today's stream building this, yeah. We got us a bit of a challenging push on it today. We do have a yield and a speed module on this, so at least this way we're going to get most of the
Energy low.
I swear that's the thing I miss the least. I miss the most about working on the surface. If your energy got low on the surface, you just popped your helmet open to reduce your usage. Here, you're always using your you've always got your helmet on. You almost always have your light on because, well, you know, well, you're half the time you're in the dark, even when you've got lights up. So it's a whole thing, and while I like being in space, I also dislike how dark space gets. It does help if I turn off my antenna a little bit, though. my question for my brain is, why the do I have 38 metal grids on me? Think anything I'm building uses metal grids. I was building a lot of right, forgot about that. Just gonna make sure all the there we go. The only thing we're missing for this column is small steel tubes. Let's go ahead and start getting more of it, the grid of these laid out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, we might have a little pre-mining we have to do there. But, I mean, nothing we shouldn't be able to get our miner in up underneath and, you know, harass. This is one of those moments where a welding ship might be useful, but I am the stupid potato, so I just kind of do what I do. Alright, well. I'm also not willing to spend the time to figure out a welding ship plan. So we'll just do it the slow and uncomfortable way, because I am a masochist and I do absolutely like putting myself through more stress than I need. I choose to stream after all.
Energy low.
There are gonna be a lot of energy low trips. Once we get the hangar, the dry dock interior built, then we can work on dotting all over the surface of the asteroid, because this asteroid is quirky. It has a lot of large flat plains and a lot of dips all over it. So there's nothing saying we can't absolutely riddle this thing with tunnels to connect up a bunch of really small and middle-sized docking bays too. It would be easier to do this with friends. Well, screw you too, son. That's what I mean about, always having the light on, because, yeah, that. Like, what even was that? And the good news is, once we're done with this mining array, all of it can be deconstructed to either be used somewhere else for another mining array, like the iron one we were talking about earlier, or to be used to build ships. I mean, all the components are pretty much interchangeable. And we should be relatively safe from any potential. I think with the decision to do this, there's one thing we have to do before the end of the stream. And you know what? I kind of want to go do it now. We have not named this station yet. What do we want to name it? My completely non-existent audience. I mean, Zamura's. Hey, Kira's here, and Zamura. How y'all doing? I have not had anybody talk, so it feels like I'm talking to an empty crowd at the moment. What do we name the station? I've been calling it Outpost Alpha because, I've been treating it as just kind of the jump off point, but I've made the decision that I want to build a dockyard here. Suitable for me to start building a whole fleet of different ships, from minor motherships to, and I'm spelling that MINER, to to large scale mobile bases, the whole 9 yards. Up to eventually learning, and this is probably going to come sooner rather than later, learning how to use drones. God knows I need to do that. What do we call it? I've been calling it Outpost Alpha. Which reminds me, I do need to move the unicorn. I do need to move the unicorn before we get much further. Let's call it the Orange Shipworks. Yes, thank you, Caps Lock, for making everything I type look horrible. I don't think I have any sensors on the base, so... Don't know why I did that, but I did. So, I can officially say, welcome to the Orange Shipworks, everybody. I'm not sure how to feel about that name, other than I don't hate it. Oh no, I've got plenty of room for my ship still. I moved a little further away because the hydrogen tank is right there in the wall. So I am working on constructing a 20 wide, 10 tall mining array to decimate the surface of the asteroid. You know what? I've got an inventory full of Greedleys that need to go on things. Start getting them out of my inventory. I'll be honest, I'm a little tempted to run the array with only like half of it, just so I can start mining things out. And yes, I know my ship looks like it's screaming. It's a feature. I'll have to work out where I want to connect this up. Probably right here. Because this is the armored side of the of everything. I'll probably bring a line of conveyors down and over. But I emptied out my inventory enough, I'll be able to get some more materials. We're just in time for the one I didn't want to be done. well, I know I need some. It's... Oh, that's not even enough for one. There we go. Today is going to be a lot of building of a temporary mining array that is going to get torn down. So yeah, it's not going to be the most interesting kind of day. We're going to build this up just to tear it down after it runs once. And it's going to be horrifically wobbly the entire time we run it, because we'll be running a lot of mining drills in parallel. Like, I'm going to probably build out to 5 high and 10, 5 wide and 10 high, run just those, and then move those resources just to reduce how much tension I'm putting on everything. Because, well, I mean, that's not exactly stable. You know, it's an angry spinny rock at the end of a long extendy stick. It is unstable, to say the least. I know it is a childish description, but can you think of a better one? You know, the worst part about this is we're relying almost entirely on a single refinery to refine all this. So I've got to build 2, maybe 3 inline large cargos to make sure I don't overflow, and then I can dismantle the drills in a timely manner. Thankfully, I picked up a good hunk of cobalt earlier, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But I also recognize today is a Monday, and not a lot of people want to talk on Mondays. It is what it is. Alright, so I'm out of motors. That was not the thing I had on the plate to run out first. I've been live for an hour already. Does not feel like it. Feels like I've been playing for 20 minutes. Or I should say, it feels like I've been streaming for 20 minutes. Definitely feels like I've been playing longer, but doesn't feel like I've been streaming that long today. I will, how to put this, alright, yeah. Once we get these last few constructed here, we'll be ready to start working on the pistons and drills. We'll do those layer by layer just to not confuse ourselves. But yeah, we'll be probably needing to build our first large cargo container soon. Not gonna deny it. Playing Space Engineers for too long at a time may be driving me slightly insane. Who cares? A little bit of insanity never hurt anybody. In reality, a little bit of insanity has hurt a lot of people over history. When I say things like that, I am indeed being facetious and playful. Do not take that in the wrong way. I apologize if that bothered anybody. All right, come on. It's a little hilarious how much these things need. Also, I forgot something. Now that we have changed Outpost's alpha name to Alright, that'll keep the orange shipyards from ever being lost in the mess. Right, got to get materials. Despite everything in my inventory, I do not have all the materials I need, weirdly enough. But we will, how to put it? Today's a May Day up there. I am kind of hesitant to go to it because it's a May Day. Because it's a space pirate May Day, which means it could be legitimately anything from an actual abandoned plot to a pile of warheads to a ship that is definitely active and ready to attack me. And ain't nobody got time for that. What are we missing that's keeping us Oh, it's still producing an obscene amount of right. Forgot I had assigned to do that. Alright, I'm pretty sure I didn't get everything I needed. But we're gonna try for it. That's one down. And surprisingly another. Alright. Of course, I don't have enough interior plate. Alright, that'll take just a moment, and it's already done. There we go. We'll get this linked up. Because I want to have... I want to have it set up so that when we are ready to flick on the system, we're ready to go. Which, by the way, despite knowing that this is what we want, we are gonna one layer of pistons first, group them all together, then the next layer, group them, then the third layer, group them, then put on the pit drills. Because I do not want to have any confusion about what I'm grouping. That's a fair want, isn't it? It's going to be a scary thing when it kicks into action. Oh man. Some instant noodle. I had some rice earlier. And use just a little bit of sesame oil, just like maybe a quarter teaspoon on it. You know, just for a little extra flavor. It's been 5 hours now. I'm still burping sesame flavor. It's not bad, but it's like, oh, that's still happening. Rev, I'm sorry, I am not interested in any paying for subs anywhere. I'm sorry. Just going ahead and putting that out there. If I can't get my subs organically, I don't want them. I want people that want to watch me for me, not people that are being paid to watch me. What do I look like? The kind of sad... What do I look like? Some sad sack e-girl who thinks that who thinks that she needs 30 pounds of makeup to be pretty? I'm a head. I'm a head in a bandana. I do not care what I look like. Why are you unable to place piston? Oh, I have made a mistake here. Oh, I have made a mistake here. Never mind. No, I have not. I'm just going to have to be very particular with where I position to weld. And I need to go commission like 1,000 large steel tubes. Definitely a smart thing to add those computers to the build plan, to the production, because it and large steel tubes are going to be what holds me back a lot. Also, technically I don't need to go over there anymore. How far out are we from computers? Ooh. All right, let's get some computers underway so we can get this first road taken care of. Power's almost out. Real quick, I'm going to look up something online. I have gamer subs being delivered today, supposedly. I need to know if it's out for delivery. It is not out for delivery yet. In fact, despite being in my hometown currently, it still says it's moving through network, meaning they're stupid. I mean, that's a given. It's, you know, government, but still. Do I have any small steel tubes on me? I need them. Do I? Need small steel tubes for this, do I? No. Why do I keep... Alright. I apologize if from here on out for a while I'm a little quiet. It's a lot of repetition going on, and without anybody actively talking to me, it's a little hard to stay motivated to chit-chat. So I apologize if I am not the most talkative over the next little bit. I mean, of course, I'll talk a little when it's time to cycle the first row of pistons, but gotta test them to make sure they're all synced up. Make sure I didn't miss one.
Energy low.
Oh. Just drop off some components into the pool. All right. We are really, really just kind of we're getting close to the top for the first set.
Holy cow.
There's so many of these, and we're going to put 2 more layers. We're going to have so many of these. There's a reason I'm making the decision to freaking build it 1 layer at a time. Honestly, it might be worth it to just do 1 column, no, 2 columns first. Fire them off, and then move, you know. I don't know, though. Either way, it's a real piece of work, that's for sure.
Energy low.
Let's see if we can complete these before my power runs out. Nope. Alright, hopefully that's enough to finish a couple more. Alright, should be able to get a few, at least the facings done for these. See if Poppy's up for joining me for for some play at some point in the future. I don't know. Love to play with somebody, but rather play with somebody I know decently well instead of a stranger. least get as many of the components in as we can before we go. There's a lot of pistons that it's going to fire off all at once. Alright. Nah. Really, construction components. Construction components are going to be the thing that stops me. Wonderful. Yeah, we're not even all the way through. Oh man, even with 2 speed as well as 2 yields, this thing is crawling. To be fair though, we've got 50,000 steel, so, and iron ingots, so it's not like we're, short on resources. You know what? Before we so it doesn't get mixed up when I'm in my configurations, let's just go ahead and remove that one. Alright. Jeez. There really is 50 pistons.
Energy low.
Just want to make sure they'll all extend without hitting each other. Well, nothing exploded. So they all extended without hitting each other. I'm gonna have to slow that down to 0.1 though, once we have miners on the tips. Alright, yeah, they work. Jesus Christ, sound of them all engaging. Oh. Yeah, this is just because I want it. I want to be able to sit right there and watch it when it freaking finally starts drilling. Won't fill O2, but it will let me attach groups and stuff like that. An inexorable wall of future death creeping towards the wall, creeping towards where it's going to mine. That is glorious. And I'll have basically a front row seat for it. All right. Simplistic and slow to build because I'm doing it by hand instead of by a welding ship, but it makes me smile. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sorry about that one. But now I add more. Once this batch is all welded up, then we'll group them together too. Even if I don't finish building this by the end of stream today, I'll work on finishing it off screen before I go to bed for the night. And then we will run this first segment of it tomorrow. if we don't get to it today. And the reason I say that is because we're already 2 hours into a 3.5 hour stream, so loaders and large steel tubes, it looked like. You know what? I have platinum. I don't know why I haven't made the highest tier welder yet. There we go. Might seem like a small difference, but it does feel like a difference to me. Of course, it's not one thing, it's always another. slowly closing in on it. I want to get at least this second row done. And at least lay out the third row. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do all the faces first. Might as well. Of course, we need more large steel tubes. These. Where? This build eats more large steel tubes than anything I've ever seen. To be expected when you're doing this many pistons, I suppose. Alright. Also, I am a completely horrible about saying alright too often. I apologize. I sincerely apologize. It's probably my biggest failing. Can't stop saying it.
Energy low.
Okay. Ugh. Well, it's slowly getting there. I'm just kind of taking a build as in whatever pattern I see fit, because I'm not picking a particular rhyme or reason for this. And taking a just get it done kind of outlook on it at the moment. Almost out of iron plates. Well, steel plates. That's a scary thought. Sounds like it finally stopped storming, which is a disappointment. I actually fall asleep better to the sound of thunderstorms, so I'm kind of disappointed when we don't have them. Yeah, I know I need the steel plates more, but it don't take much to manufacture a bunch of computers. I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised Coffee hasn't come in and asked me what war crime I'm working on this time. Because I am fully acknowledging that this is probably going to end up being a war crime. Probably I'm gonna have to be back for steel plates soon. Why is this particular one a piston 2? Okay, now I'm curious. Why is one of them piston 2? I didn't have to replace any of them. Where is piston 2? Oh, I did have to replace that one. That's right. Okay. It's just full on dead ass a rainbow of pistons. There it is. I am absolutely not firing both of these off, but I am setting them up. But, Alright, and I need to find that group in here and remember to share inertia tensor, or this is going to go really bad in a little bit. That is 100 pistons in a 10 by 5 array. 10 by 5 by 2 array. It is 1/4 of the intended array that I made the decision to do in pieces, because if I didn't, it was going to be just too much to build. I will be building this, running it, tearing it down, and just moving it over 5 blocks. Oh. Actually, to be fair, do I even need to tear it down? Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with my decision. Time to add the third layer. Somehow I feel like the music that was just playing is weirdly appropriate for what I'm doing. It felt like 70s war crime music. I won't be able to test extend to this one. If I test extend to this one, I will screw everything up. Mostly because I'll be test extending it directly into the wall. we might make it to all. Now, if we are mostly through with building this wall of pistons, well, this chungus of pistons before it's been 3 full hours, I am going to I might try to get all the drills built before. I mean, I'm enjoying building this, but at the same time, I'm also like, man, I'm a little upset building this because I know as soon as I'm gonna have the delight of running it once and then have to spend an hour and a half carrying it down. If I didn't know it'd be a strain on the base's finances, I'd be saying, all right, then let's convert this bit into a ship after we're done with it. But that would just be a massive strain on the base resources. Enough force to move that. And what's more, maneuver with it. Maneuver with it. Not just, oh, hey, back it, throw enough thrusters around in a circle to make it back up, and enough to maneuver with it. No, that would not work. I can already imagine that we're taxing the shit out of the freaking power running this. Oh, no, we're not. We have plenty of ice. Might need to go out for more later, but that's really not much of a problem. I am getting a little hungry. Might go to the gas station or the dollar store. Well, let's go ahead and load up the steel tubes for the rest of these. Alright. Time to start the last of the last of the major piston welding. Really? One. We're on a freaking roll. Ooh, we are also out of computers. I see that. Low on computers. Thankfully, we're making good headway. So yeah, we might even get to fire this today. That'd be fun, getting to launch this today. Unless you guys would rather me wait and launch the full 10 by 20 in one go. Would you guys rather see that, Zormara? If you're the only one still here? We're waiting on motors. I know you probably had a new piece of software come out, so you're a little engrossed in it. Just have me on in the background. It's all right.
Energy low.
Alright, either way, I'm gonna have to search through this thing, make sure I get every last piston built. I knew that was about to happen. Bro. I should have just enough room for the drills for this set. All right. What? Oh, I forgot to save it. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I forgot to save. I forgot to save the block group. I configured the entire block group. Oh no. I guess. Alright, the ones that aren't visible are the ones that are block group 3 that I didn't properly configure. What? Oh. Oh, I feel stupid just then. Oh god. That was horrifying what I just accidentally did. I forgot to save the third piston group after collecting them all into one spot and setting all their attributes. Oh, that was that was horrifying. The thought of Alright, let me just get a little more oxygen. There we go. Alright. Now we need to put drill heads on all that. I would help if I had some steel plate, probably. In fact, knowing these need so much, I'm just gonna queue up another 3,000. Yes, people jumping in for the first time, you are seeing that correctly. I am demented enough to actually do this to myself. And no, I don't have a welding ship. I'm regretting that decision. Other than the fact that I don't have enough room to get in here with one. Okay, so I do need large steel tubes for these. Okay, that makes this all the more... Ooh. That makes this so much worse. But at least now I can access it through here. This is a thing I have decided to do to myself. Do not feel sorry for me. I have chosen to commit this war crime unto myself. I'm going to end up needing, for just for these drills alone, probably somewhere upwards of, see, they're 50, and each one of them needs 300 steel plates. Yeah, I'm going to need upwards of 10,000 steel plates for this, probably. Now we just swap that back because I have two large grid, large storage, large cargo containers. This is a 5 by 10, 5 wide, 10 tall grid of mining drills mounted on 3 pistons each. This is gonna do some damage. I might not finish this today. No clue. I'm going to do my level best to do as much of this as I can today. Because I've only got like 45 more minutes I can attribute to steaming today. Not streaming, steaming. Let's just clear our inventory of other things. All right. I'm free to just grab up, a ton of I just said I was going to empty my inventory, then I immediately refilled it. Genius, Kira. At least I can continue to fill up ahead of time. The less other components I'm having to carry, the better.
Energy low.
Oh shit. Might not fill up my H2 or O2, but it'll fill my power up. Kinda wish it was still storming outside. I was enjoying the ASMR from it. I know I don't have to come over here to put things in production. It doesn't feel right not to. And let's grab what iron steel plates there are. Yeah, definitely not finishing these before end of stream. Just too many steel plates necessary for them. Where am I? Yeah, I just can't produce it. Can't produce it all fast enough with my current setup for me to finish this stream. I'll keep going till for another 10-12 minutes, and then we're gonna call it a day. Just in case I don't say it then, although I should, in case I don't say it then, I'm gonna say it now. Thank you guys for coming out. It has been a he's just furiously plowing through steel plate and barely making a dent in how much we need. It's kind of funny and kind of sad. Like, legitimately, at the moment, I would benefit from going AFK for like 20 minutes to get all this built. I need to get all the everything, let the assembler do its work, instead of trying to piecemeal everything constantly. Like, that might be enough computers. The rest of it, nah. Steel alone is just so far outside of the realm of, enough, it's not even funny. Like, I'm gonna let this steel plate finish producing. Like, it's It's so far behind in showing it. I've never seen that before. It's so far behind in showing it. Oh crap, I'd never seen that before. That's not going to be enough. Wait, what am I short on? Wait, are you telling me you... Holy fuck. You telling me we used up all that iron? We had 50,000 iron sitting loose. Stop dicking around with the platinum.
Energy low.
Yeah. When we build our mining support ship, our large scale mining support ship, our essentially our mining carrier, on the large grid ship, we are putting 3 refineries. One for stone, one for just iron ore, and another for everything else, because iron ore and stone are the 2 fastest processors. Iron is our most used product. Stone gives us 4 separate products. You know. And then everything else is in smaller quantities. It's already bad enough that I already know I want to put a large... Our mining carrier is going to be massive. It might as well be a freaking mobile base all on its own, but its express purpose is going to be to go out, find freaking... go to asteroids we found, we found with resources we want, deploy the mining ship, mine it. You don't have to go a long distance to get back, so we can actually redesign our miner with more storage. Instead of just 1 large cargo, we can have 2 and a larger miner array, so we can mine faster. And we could put a connector on the top of it instead of on the bottom, so we just need to bring it up into the spot on the mining ship that's carrying it, instead of trying to maneuver it into a hangar. And I want that mining ship to be able to process anything we put into it down to the ingots and, make it so that all I need is that when I hook it up, it just dumps it all off onto the base. Instead of having to process it on the base. I want it to be a mobile refinery factory. Not component, refinery. No assemblers will be on that. I want to just dump ingots. That way, in the actual shipyard, I can have an entire bay in the shipyard designated for storing materials and another for storing ingots. In between, then assemblers for making components, and then after that, storing components. No pollution between the three. We'll use sorters to keep it from polluting. It'll go or ingots assembled into components. No ingots and components in the same compartment. Just ingots in one, components in the other. That way, I can have the cargo that contains components butted right up against the door of right up against the wall of the freaking dry docks, so I could just work straight from it instead of having to go to multiple locations. Because this works as a starting, but I can't wait to have this big area to work from. It'll make things so much easier. Or less easier and more organized. Because that is 100% what I am not right now, is organized. And I don't like being this disorganized. It's actually genuinely bothering me being this disorganized for this. Like, I acknowledge that my decision to do it was by the seat of my pants, but I thought I was more prepared than I was. And it has bit me on the keister here. Also, once I get to the point that I have those organized inventories, I will be implementing an inventory management script of some kind. Because I'm not going to be able to manage everything without one. No point in breaking out inventory management scripts before I have a decently set up base. I think we're gonna wanna. I definitely want to build a gravity. I'm gonna experience with building a gravity generator in the base. Possibly, might try to configure it so it's only the areas that aren't the dry dock. You know, put it far enough away, to do that if I have to. I don't know. I've never used a gravity generator before. I will be 100% in experimental territory for me. I apologize if I'm starting to sound a little hoarse. This is this has been an experience today.
Energy low.
All right, with that, this is going to be one hell of a location to do this from. I am in the splash zone for that thing. At least I won't have to worry about some components for a while. I do need to set like another 2,000 construction component. At least once the steel plates start hitting, this is going to go fast at this rate. I need more large steel tubes, though. Oh, good. So it's just large steel tubes and steel plate and construction components at this point. Um, Apparently I just had one or two that I missed. I need 40 of these for each one, so as much as I need 300 iron, I'd rather get these out of the way first, because then I can just back and forth with iron. I mean, with steel. I want to call it iron because, well, unfortunately I've spent far too much time on Minecraft over the years. I think this one is actually missing. Yeah, I knew I hadn't filled up that many.
Energy low.
Oxygen's getting a little low, but still within the safe margins. I mean, we're at our base. It's not that hard to get into one of our ships. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm more worried about getting the all the construction components. I'm not entirely sure we're gonna have enough. More than enough, thankfully. Alright, time to empty out our suit of anything but our tools. Here comes... You know what? I'm not actively using my shit, my stuff. Let's sit down. I'm really... It's only the iron keeping me from being able to just press the button and let it go. So I'm really just kind of wanting to sit through this little bit extra, production for the iron. I know that's the stupid thing to do, what I just did, but, what do you mean? Alright, yeah, it's gonna take forever and a day for all this iron to process on stream. So I'm just gonna call it a day here. I'll get it put together, and running it will be the first thing we do tomorrow morning, and when stream starts. So we'll see you guys next time. Catch you later.